What is up, everybody? My name is Eriss. I'll be your ferryman today, taking you guys back to Era. We have gotten to our first stop in the Emerald Stair, and we are on our way to that beautiful city over there, I believe, with our wonderful two companions, who Marius is no longer confused. I don't know if that question mark was like whether he was a companion or not, or what, but yeah. Let's see. I don't remember if I checked. Just don't want to be over encumbered, you know. Anywho, let's hit the road. Have our conversation, maybe. There it is.
The armored mask. We dream of steel and charred earth and flame. The memory binds. Flee from her. We fear
the burnt queen.
For us, for you.
You seem unsettled by Ludwin. Do you want to talk about it?
Blazing ire. It burns and feeds upon itself. Pain through the smoke, we recall. You are not safe with her.
We all know that ain't true. That's also not true. Are you sure you don't have history with her? Can't you tell me more?
We reach. The spines tear into us. We pull our hands away. But the old scars do not lie. We burned once. Burned. We know.
Did Ludwin hurt you specifically?
A storm from the same spark. All pain cuts with the same blade. Steer clear of the scourging fire, or extinguish it.
Violence isn't the answer.
Cull or tend, the bear's blood nourishes the earth. The flame spreads toward the
Was there a
wall.
different...
Listen. Have care. Have care.
I don't care. That's actually no. I do care. Was there a different solution for the bear? Oh. Oh, that's a bear. Go this way. I want to see what this is. Essence garden. Also, okay. Fun fact: this episode is going to be a lot of exploration. Since we're now in a new area, this is our first time being in this area. Muerte. Near Muerte. Nether Muerte. There it is. That was quick. I was trying to do that. That was sick, though. You guys are intense. Frick. Oh, I understand. So, I recently started my second playthrough on Twitch, which is also going to be a more thorough playthrough than what we're doing here. Fun fact. So. Ooh, hi. So, fun fact. On YouTube, I don't do the most thorough playthroughs, as you guys have probably noticed. It's not that I'm intentionally ignoring. Is a YouTube, I see YouTube as like my personal, like how I play through. On Twitch,
out how to get rid of it?
I teach. Ooh, take. I teach people how to play. We experience it like one together. I mean, obviously, when you guys comment something, I do it. Like in Twitch, usually because there's like the immediate chats, like the immediate reaction. I usually solve that like right off the bat. Also, because like one video's 3 hours, so like it's why I'm not against double playing. Like the odds of me streaming Fallout 4, super slim, super slim. Been there, done that. I'm good. But
yes, I explained all that. They still said no.
Gods, someone has to do something.
Here, I'm just kind of. This playthrough is me just experiencing the game, whereas Twitch is me like actually going through and trying to find the different way to do it. Hi, friends.
I don't know what to do. I just don't think they're gonna stop.
When did the Rangers start taking the Zarip side?
Why would the Rangers side with the Zerps?
You tell me, it doesn't make any sense.
We have, or had, some of the finest animantic farming equipment available. Until Zarops came and destroyed it. I spoke to the Rangers about it, but they say the Zarops aren't acting aggressive or killing anyone, so there isn't much they can do.
That's odd. Why would Zarops attack equipment and not just continue the raid?
Oh, I'm not smart enough. Maybe we can do something about it.
Finally, someone with a little backbone.
The Zarops have made camp in the swamp to the northwest. I'd say be careful, but my guess is they won't attack you unless you give them a reason. Just go check it out and let me know what
Usually
you
my
find.
face is the reason.
I'll let the Rangers know once the Zarops are no longer a threat. Gods go with you, my friend.
Oh, Moscow. There it is. The gods are rather confused at this time, so I wouldn't send them with me. Can't go in there. Ugh. Eat gas. How dare they?
Almost every Zarop I've ever met has tried to eat me before I could finish saying hello. I think if I walked into a Zarop camp and wasn't attacked immediately, I'd wonder if I was invisible or something.
I don't think those are ups. Or the pets. That's where we're going. Oh. How about we continue on the path we're going to? And we'll worry about this one later. The glow's probably the animancy, huh? Piggies! Look at these piggies! Oh, freaking love piggies.
Show me what you got!
What? You want mad I touched the piggies? Farmer's market, sick.
Another glorious snack.
I'm confused. Farmer's market.
What do you mean that's all you've got? Last week you said there'd be grain.
I know what I said, but we only have so much to go around.
Are the Animancers starving as well, Or are they sipping tea?
Take it up with the governor. I don't make the rules. Go home. Lay traps in the woods and pray for game. I can't help you.
We know you're stashing the grain somewhere. Well, let's have it.
Ah, there's no stash, as I've told you before. If I had grain, I'd give it to you. I'm godlike. Godlike.
No cutting in line. Another late harvest. How do they expect me to feed my family? Last season, we were lining up all the way to the river, but at least there was enough food for everyone.
I've noticed the market's pretty dead.
It's not just the market either. Emerald Stair might as well be a graveyard. Animancers are supposed to work miracles on these lands. But what good are miracles if we're starving?
I'm looking for someone in charge. Maybe they'll listen to reason.
You want to find the governor, then? Bastard's hiding in the big house on the far side of town. Animancers gave us these farms. If the harvest doesn't come, they'll be the ones who pay.
Don't be so quick to grab your torches and pitchforks.
We're not worried about biting the hand that feeds us anymore, now that we know it's empty.
An empty hand can still slap the socka out of you.
Word of advice, Outlander. Don't tarry in Emerald Stair. Not if you value your life.
I understood that word. Okay. Let's go see what this place has to offer. This episode might be a little bit longer of just exploration. I'd apologize, but at this point, you guys all know I'm not. So it's falling on deaf ears at that point if I keep apologizing for me just playing for a long amount of time, because I enjoy playing with you guys. What are you? No one? Okay. Heroes! Don't look at them too closely, they get weird about the game. Or the game gets weird about them. Where is the chiming coming from? How does one get up there? I assume it's up. I don't know. Here's our little village. Here, the sun sets so perfectly on the other side of the mountain. Oh, I hear another one. Put those away. We're not fighting. We're just jumping. Oh, hi. I am very bad at following sounds. What's this? Do not enter. Due to the structural instability caused by recent sinkhole activity, the building is condemned until further notice. Valerie, if you're reading this, please speak with the governor of Vidaro for more information on relocation, as tempting as it may be to ignore the issue after so long on the road. Please be mindful. It is not safe and you will be looked after. Are we about to go talk to Valerie? No. Hi.
Gods, what do I tell Sovia? What do I tell the children? It's not bad enough that their mother a little earlier and you'd have beaten the other bandits to my crops. But I guess that's on you, isn't it?
Wait, bandits? Did you see their face?
Oh, I saw them. Dirty, rotten scavengers. Haven't worked a day in their lives. Not real work, anyway. I went inside just for a moment. The bandits took everything. This was probably her last harvest. There's not a damn thing left to eat.
I'll bring the food back.
When they ran away, I saw them following the river north. They're probably hiding up there, waiting to steal from someone else. You come back with my crops, and I'll give you whatever I can. You can't put a price on survival.
This place seems very rough. Why'd they send me here? I mean, I understand Envoy and all, and Envoy's supposed to help, but like... the heck? What's this? Notice of move. Those seeking the inhabitants of this building may find their new domicile within the walls of Fior Inferno. Living outside the walls has simply become too dangerous. By order of Governor Vidaro, this property is to remain vacant until further notice. Okay. What are you?
I'm not making it up.
You're not still on about that, are you?
Me? Why do you keep insisting I have to be wrong?
What are you wrong about?
What about you? You're the envoy. Of all people, you should know.
Know about what?
I was out hunting for springberries yesterday evening when I saw a group of soldiers in the woods. I didn't linger long. I didn't want them to notice me, but they were adhering. I'm sure of it.
Where were they going?
I'm not sure. They looked like they were arguing. Maybe they were lost. I also saw the most unusual woman. She was alone, but I couldn't see her face behind the cowl and mask.
That would be Inquisitor Ludwin. Keep your distance from her.
An Inquisitor? Here? In Emerald Stair? What did I tell you?
That smells. Give it a rest.
Yeah, Ludin isn't.
Who knows?
Frickin'. But she's not. The walk in the embers kind of
I
person.
really don't think you can deny that everything wrong in Fior obviously comes from using animancy. I wouldn't let an animancer within 100 yards of my house.
Valid. Okay, I let y'all ready to see the inside of this place. Hi.
Word of advice, give a wide berth to the governor's manor. Giat is about to tear that poor man a new one.
Unfortunately, that's where I'm headed.
Well, I hope you have a stomach for profanity.
Huh. A woman
See you
shouting
guys.
profanity at leadership? Reminds me of home.
She came storming up the hill with a wheelbarrow full of spoiled crops. Then the shouting started.
Animancers fighting? This I have to see.
This isn't the first time Giat has put the governor in his place, but it might be the last.
What were they fighting about?
Look around. The town's overgrown, the crops are dying. What's not to fight about?
Just take a blessed day look outside. It doesn't take a genius to see this place is rolling downhill.
The governor's manor is on the far side of town. You can't miss it. Just follow the sound of foul language.
I was hoping to learn some local curses.
Looking forward to seeing what it looks like when animancers fight.
Are they usually peaceful people? I've only known necromancers, and they fight dirty. Ooh, is this place smoggy? Smoggy, foggy, what is it? Either? Oh. Oh, this place is cute. Oh, shoot.
The Emperor's envoy. Come to interfere in Steel-Garrote business again?
That depends. Are you doing something that requires my interference?
Certainly not. Besides, I have no more business in Fior. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason.
You just service him.
Valians and their love of animancy.
Perhaps diplomacy should be left to the diplomats, Captain.
Fair enough, envoy. Talk to the man all you'd like. When diplomacy fails, the Steel-Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Adiran interests.
What are you talking about? Actually,
We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Zulus?
I think the emphasis was broadside, Marius. Broadside like a cannon. Okay. Let's explore this place a little bit. There's our... I assume this is our bounty board. Yep, that's the bounty board. Bounty master. What's in here?
Can I interest you in some glaive berries or Barrett's bells, perhaps?
100% apothecary. That's a apothecary shop if I've ever seen one.
Oh, this will be so very useful back home.
Genuine healing crystals, purest in all of Eora.
Interesting. So there's like merchants everywhere. Oh. Okay, we're just gonna collect stuff.
Oh, you startled me.
Me,
this
scary
old
tree
woman
wig.
can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the dream scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead.
What prayer were you reciting just now?
I was calling on the spirits of the recently dead to follow the guidance of Barreth, god of death. I am asking the spirits to forgive us for our negligence and continue on their way without anger. The dead of Fior expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry.
imagine Fior's problems have kept you too busy to complete the rituals.
Exactly the case. With everything happening and my own advanced age, I have had trouble keeping up. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone, they bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
Do you really believe the dead are mad because they didn't have their last meal?
This custom goes back a long way. We never had dream thralls or such blight in our crops until now.
This is far from the craziest thing we've done today. Let's do it.
I like your spirit. I feel better about this already. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast.
Whose bodies rest there?
Loggers from the old days. They sacrificed themselves to make the land habitable and lost their lives to creatures of the untamed forest. The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here.
And the third?
The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fior, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds.
Well, I hope this calms your angry spirits.
I believe it will do exactly that. The spirits will find closure and rest, and the living can move on from this recent tragedy. Be careful, friends. The angry spirits lash out blindly. I cannot predict what awaits you at these graves.
Next time you want to tour graveyards, I'm staying at camp. We should help the living and let the dead rest.
I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the conscience of an old lady.
I don't think we had a choice here.
Please, return when the rituals are complete.
Can we lie to her and give living people food? Move people starving. But instead, we have to go feed the dead. Small book. Darling, I wish you could have joined me this time. I understand Vidaro needs his hand held at the best of times, let alone during the onset of a famine, but still. Ruins are a little more beautiful with you here to explain things to. Of course you can't join me even if Vidaro's suddenly grown competent. I've explored this ruin thoroughly and I'm sure the locals are sick of me by now. So don't miss me too much, my dear. I'll be home soon. Yatsuli!
Rejuvenate and revitalize you.
Love Yatsuli! Okay, so we explored over there. Go up this way. As I said, this episode's just us exploring, getting to know this place and seeing what we find. Open door. Ooh, full house. The gifted magpie. That's a bird. Do they have a magpie in here? Or is this a bar? I think this is a bar. Wait, what? Your mess Inferno is a dangerous legacy. We exploit the land for its riches, but our way of life is only a generation old. Our children will inherit an ecosystem they barely understand, because we barely understand it. Despite our success, I worry for the future. The animancers who planted these seeds will not be the ones who harvest whatever grows. Interesting. Crumpled letter for Tane. Dear Len, you would love it here. The Living Lands is quite the vacation spot. Even the small mushrooms are as large as giant mushrooms. They remind me of Mora. Poor, sad Mora on her mushroom-riddled face. Oh, I haven't met any dragons yet. I'll let you know the instant I do. Then we can both have dragons. Animancy is so much fun. One of the locals sat me down in front of his machine and told me that my soul is shaped like an orb. Can you believe that? I offered him a signed copy of my famous spell Tine's Chaotic Orb. He said no thanks. It's lost, right? Do you still have the locket I gave you? Whenever you're feeling lonely, don't forget to open it and think of me, and maybe right back. Your friend, Tyne, the Archmage, author of Tine's Chaotic Orb. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Lane hates when I talk about myself and when I call her Len. And everything about me, but I'll get her on her good side even if it kills me, which it might, if the living lands don't kill me first. I'm not gonna read that one.
Have you heard? Some trouble at the governor's mansion.
She has a point. We should do something about the Dream Scourge. Not simply wait for it to pass.
Be careful with that kind of talk. The governor has ears all over town.
Yup. Being the right though. I feel we're gonna be in this area for a long while. Open door.
Would you care for a refreshment?
What?
If you are looking for sanctuary, you have found it. The Gifted Magpie is a house of calm, rational discussion. We have only 2 rules of conduct. Maintain dignity and speak in a soft tone of voice.
Is something going on around here?
To put it gently, yes. Giada Castel is giving our governor a piece of her mind, loud enough to rattle the windows. Animancers are miracle workers, but their work breeds obsession, rivalry, and bitter disagreement.
What does F do? Oh, that's cute! It gives you summaries! Oh, I love this! It does?
Consider the Dream Scourge. One crisis, many ways to manage it, all of them frustrating in their contradictions. This tea house is where troubled minds come to approach problems from a quieter angle.
Sounds like you're running a public service.
Fior Messiverno values individualism, but I much prefer to focus on the health of the community. Now, will there be anything else?
Some tea, please.
Regrettably, we are out of tea. My stockpile is exhausted,
That's so sad.
and the harvest has not kept up with demand. We have other goods for sale, if you care to peruse them. Trinkets I have collected over the years.
No tea in a tea house?
The fields have been unproductive of late, and what grows has not risen to our standard. I am hopeful that this is a temporary setback and not a sign of things to come.
Cool. Why is it called the Gifted Magpie?
Believe it or not, this building was once my father's grain warehouse. One day, a magpie landed on the rafters and spoke fluent Valian to anyone who would listen.
What did it say?
Among other things, it told my father the recipe for a blueberry tart. Popular item until the recent troubles. Helia is the goddess of birds and creativity. Yes, the spiritual significance of a talking magpie is debatable. But the tale inspired others to make this a haven of creativity. And so, here we are.
Perfect. Thank you so much for the story. I'll see you around.
Until next time, traveler.
Spirits are truly wonderful. Powerful, self-aware, reach within.
Frustrated scroll. Souls are made of essence. Essence is made of... Why are hostile spirits visible to the naked eye? Undiscovered gods, mapping the beyond. Soul compass, is that something? How to hide our work from the gods. Tea, soul tea. If I don't settle on a dissertation topic, my mentor is gonna kill me. Interesting. Ooh, what's down here? Yada's basement. Ooh. Yada's upstairs. Can I go there? Yada's upstairs. The crop shortage is perfect opportunity to test my family's research. But of course, I'm getting nowhere with Ignacy. He has the town wrapped around his little finger. You'd think a community of free-thinking animancers would embrace a little innovation, but no. Not even to save their lives. What would a mother have done? Though I suppose I don't need to ask. Perhaps I can succeed where she failed as soon as I gather the courage to enter the lab. Someday, just not today. Oh, I'm gonna take that. Interesting. Do it. Nature as we know it is ours. We dam its rivers, we cut down its forests, but metaphysical world, the nature next door, that is the true prize. When we can break the spirit world, like a stubborn horse, possibilities are endless. Today we grow crops, tomorrow souls. Oh, that's actually kind of interesting. Letter from a friend? Yada, are you well? Ever since I moved away, I only heard rumors about what happened inside the walls of Fior Mess Inferno. And the rumors alone are cause for concern. They say you've been starting fights with the governor. Stirring unrest at the workshop, turning animancers against each other. I adore you too much to believe such nonsense. Most of it anyways. But allow me to give you a word of advice. There is a pattern to this behavior even if you think there isn't. You believe your ambitions are being held back, so you hold them back further by alienating everyone in reach, and thus prove your own point. Trust me, I know from experience, as did your mother. Be careful that you don't hurt yourself in this crusade to be proven right. Come visit me sometime, put aside your worries and clear your mind. Silvo misses you, Aelia. Huh. So she has a friend. Crazy. Invitation for drinks. Yada, once our patrol's over, a few of the rangers are grabbing drinks at the Bone and Boar. Would you care to join us? Of course, I understand if you're busy again. The offer still stands. It doesn't even have to be with other rangers, it could just be the two of us sitting and talking. Well, now I've said too much. You get the idea. Best of luck with your experiments, Massioni. Massioni? Is that how you say that? Alright. Huh. So she's wasn't always like this. Got it. How would I meet this person? So we've come from that way, we're going this way.
Careful! Or we'll get thrown out of the pub!
We're already thrown out.
Really? Huh. And when did that happen?
Can't say as I remember.
You, my friend, need some water.
I had one job. One, but I couldn't even do that.
What's up?
Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
Can I help you?
If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here?
That's not what I asked.
I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate.
I've got time. What's the matter?
My two youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here.
They've disappeared before, haven't they?
3 times this month. They're going to be the death of me. They're besotted. I can't get them to think about anything else. Belena and Adelaro were my most promising recruits. Now, all they do is sneak off to...
Dip the pen in the inkwell?
I wouldn't have put it that way, but all right. Well,
There's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway,
How
I
many
never
different
thought
ways
they
can
had
we
any
say
cause
this?
for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and
You don't have to explain yourself. I'd be worried about my charges too.
The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them.
I now have two
I'm
missions
losing
to
my
take
mind
them.
in here.
Two young Nemdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you're right on that one.
Pour you a drink, godlike?
Oh, hi.
Well, I'll be a godlike in the bone and bore. Apologies for the ruckus outside. The animancers never know when to shut their mouths.
Or, what are they arguing about?
Our crop yield.
Oh.
The governor thinks we just had a bad season, but the Koilichi and the Giata figure differently. They are the only animancers taking the Dream Scourge seriously.
Where can I find them?
Outside and up the stairs. They're arguing with Vidaro. Just follow the profanity.
That's fair. Is Fior always like this?
But the town has been stretched thin even by our standards. We've all heard the rumors from outside. Animals gone mad, terror stalking the wilderness day and night.
I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
And there's not much I could do if the rumors are real. That's the worst part about it. Although I admit Fior is in a bad way. Dream Scourge or not. We've had crops fail before, but never food rations. The governor says it's just a temporary precaution, but I am not buying it. So, we ought to drink while we can. Agreed? Anything I can get you?
I should go.
Suit yourself. Come anytime. Welcome back.
Of course, sir. Okay, friendo. Not gonna read that, I'm just gonna take it. Let's go up the stairs. We're getting pretty freaking close. Governor, what's over this way? Open. Ooh, is this a bathhouse?
Founded machine.
Nope. Workshop. Missing Adrian Hart. Oh, Adrian Hart.
I have to do something.
Can I go inside? No? Okay.
This again. You're beginning to sound like
This place is cool.
I'm sure. Follow.
Sparklies? Sparklies. This is freaking insane. Holy crap.
What do you think of Giata's?
I think we're gonna work with Giata. A lot.
Like, essence has no sense of direction.
Here, okay. That place is cool.
Welcome to my fine establishment, Amy.
Sick, what do you got?
Well, I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble workshop. Are you in need of any weapons or armor?
Possibly
The roads
both.
haven't been safe as of late.
Show me your wares. Let's see what I got. We'll see what you got. Exceptional? Exceptional. I gotta get dressed now, Nikki. That is certainly an outfit. I do really prefer light armor, though. I will say that. Okay.
Welcome to my fine establishment, I mean.
But this. Oh, that goes out. Okay. Never mind.
Giata, what's the meaning of this?
Look at these crops. Look at your city. The Dream Scourge is laying waste to our home.
There is no Dream Scourge in Emerald Stair.
The land begs to differ, and I can prove it.
Oh, you're stunning. I like your outfit.
We can discuss this in private.
We are discussing it now. How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us.
Beautiful.
Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Eriss, at your service.
Charmed. Forgive me for staring. It's just, we don't see many of your kind anymore.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any assassins. Yet.
Sick.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
Silence, you'll know when I'm addressing you.
Ah, of course. The Adiran envoy, Ambassador Hilgard, sent a missive telling me to expect you. How delightful. You speak with a measure of authority, but I caution you to remember who's in charge around here.
Now that's what I call a first impression. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now our farms.
That's why I'm here. Perhaps an animancer can help me stop it.
Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
I like her already.
Me too!
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
But you do. What would it take for you to fix this?
Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
Yeah, actually.
I'm just trying to stop Giata from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark.
She's the one taking all the risks here.
You must be unfamiliar with animancy. There's always collateral damage. Are you going to tell them about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart.
I share the governor's doubts, but you're right, and we can't afford a delay.
If I don't have your trust, I am determined to earn it. Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Giata.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giata Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giata is an outcast.
Giata, are you okay?
It's a bit too soon to tell.
Governor, this is unacceptable. Your father would have kept this community together at any cost.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Inferno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
Like your outfit.
Another mouth to feed. Maybe we'll need to let Kai hunt more after all.
Let's go talk to her. We'll take care of this and then we'll wrap up after talking to her. We've already searched her house, unfortunately.
That did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him, sir?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Yep.
Giata, some manners, if you please.
I thought she was being polite.
Me too.
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego.
People in power rarely want to hear the truth.
I want to live in his version of Fior Inferno, but instead I'm stuck here, in reality.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Inferno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
You stuck to your principles, that's what matters.
I wish I could take credit for Giata's stubbornness, but she learned that on her own.
Thanks, old man. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want, on my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
How so?
I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers.
If we can stop the Dream Scourge, I'm willing to look past my bias.
How generous of you. Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days.
You think there might be a connection?
Wouldn't that be a coincidence? I only bring it up because Animancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by...
Helping you pack?
No, sorry. I don't know what came over me. I just realized this is the end. I have to leave Fior Inferno. Forever.
Nothing ends. Think of it as a new beginning with new friends.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be all right. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare a squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast.
Maybe I'll have better luck.
I hope so, because we're running out of options. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fior. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge.
Sounds like I have my work cut out for me.
We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guess she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant. Who knew?
Well, that is all the time we have for today. And we just made a new friend. And got our new friend kicked out of their own home. So, I don't know if we're being a good friend. Anywho, if you guys enjoyed that video, please slap that like button. You want more content from me, hit subscribe. And until next time, guys, be good, behave, stay out of trouble, and don't get caught. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.